Hey guys, today we are going to be discussing how to place your first foreign exchange trade. Now this is going to be something that's really important for obvious reasons. You are going to be doing this day in and day out. Doesn't matter what currency pair you're currently looking at, doesn't matter, for example, what time frame you're on. All you have to do is watch this video and you'll be able to start making money within the foreign exchange, which of course is the benefit and the goal for you guys. So without further ado, let me just quickly go over how I got here, how I've set this up. So you are going to have a broker that has a demo account. That's all you've got to do. There are so many brokers out there. Again, if you need help choosing a broker, drop a question, send us an email, however you want. I'm sure we'll be able to help. But if you've already got a broker there as well that you already have, then all you have to do is just follow some simple, easy steps and then just set up your demo account. You can even call them, you can live chat with them, however it is, and then they will literally just email you. All I've done here is download MetaTrader 5, right? It's really simple. You can even download MetaTrader 4. It's going to look exactly the same, but it's going to be that. You either download MetaTrader 4 or 5. Really simple. And then you just log in basically, and your broker, as I said before, is going to be ensuring that you're able to do that. It'll give you the login details, gives you step-by-step instructions, you download it, and then you come to this page. Euro USD is nearly always going to be the first pair that's open because it is the most heavily traded pair out there. So that's why I'm just using this as an example. But I could go to something else. I could go to Great British Pound, for example. I could open the chart window. You can see it looks a little bit different here. But, you know, I can also be looking at, if we go to another chart window, this one here, Euro USD. What I'm going to do is, let's type in a different one, Euro AUD, right? Something like that. I can add it, really simple. I can go to the chart window, might take a second to open up, but bam, you've got it right there. And then you can basically look at it, set it to how you want, just go to your properties, and then you can start changing your background. For example, with bars up, I love to look at a green color, forest green, bar down. You could have it as a red, for example. And then it's going to start changing it around. But I'm going to go back to this one here, because what we can see is in this top left-hand corner is a sell and buy, right? A sell and buy. So really simple, if I wanted to buy, I could just go in here. You obviously have to accept the terms and conditions. And if I wanted to come onto the buy, I'll just click it again. And what you'll be able to see is that I am now in a buy right here. I'm actually in the market. You can see, if I move my head, maybe even come up here, that just down here in this other bottom corner, I should say, just down here, we can see that my profit is -2. I hopped in at this time, I've bought, etc., etc. However, I'm going to close this and show you a better way to actually get out of the trade. Now, let me just close all positions. Okay, so there's some really simple things that you need to be looking at in order to be able to succeed here. The first one being that we come over to this other site that I'm about to show you here. Position size calculator. As we can see right next to my head, it's myfxbook.com Forex calculators position size. I'm just going to continue to my FX book. Now this is a really important part of the step. As we can already see, we're on Euro USD. Awesome. Let's just say our currency is in USD, and account size just means how much money is in your trading account, right? So we'll say for this example, we have $5,000. We're always going to risk 1% because that is just good risk management strategy. So risk ratio is just 1%. Always have it as 1%. So obviously, if it was $500, we'd be looking at 5. If it's $5,000, we're obviously looking at 50. That's 1%, right? All we've got to do then is just go onto our TradingView accounts, right? Which is really simple, really simple. So we've opened up our MetaTrader 5, we've got our position calculator ready, and say we hop on this Euro USD that we were talking about before. So I was looking at crypto, Euro USD. We're here right now and say, oh, I actually want to go in for a sell. We've looked at the charts, we've marked it up, say we even saw an evening star pattern that we were talking about before. In fact, here's the hanging man that we've been talking about previously in one of our other 5 most popular and profitable chart patterns. So I think it's going to go down, right? That's what I'm thinking right now. So I might go on a short position. I'm going to hop into the market here. I'm going to place my stop loss here and say I think the market's going to come all the way down to here. No particular reason, just giving a good example of what could happen. Now we can see that our stops, our pips, just above my mouse is 29 pips. So what we do is come back over to this calculator over here, and I'll just move my face down, and we say stop loss 29 pips. Really easy, super easy to understand. And our trade size and lots, it's always going to be 1, guys. It's always going to be 1 because that is a standard lot. That's how we do it. And we just press calculate. And we can see here we've got 0.17 lots. 0.17. So let's go back over here. Now what you can actually see is instead of going into here and just buying and selling, I'm going to do it a little bit of an easier way. Well, I say easier, it's the safer way. We go into new order, really simple, Euro US dollar, just like we've been talking about. And if we go back to this page, we can see it's 0.17 lots, 0.17 lots there. Our stop loss, again, going to be really simple. We go back, we go into USD, and look, it's literally telling us where our stop loss is in price, 1.02216. Really? Super easy. One point, in fact, 1.0026. And then I believe there was one more, 1.02216. 1.02216. That's where our stop loss is, and our take profit, again, it's going to tell us exactly where it is, right here, because we've got the green for take profit, and we've got the red for your stop loss, 1.00459. Do it again, 1.00459. And what we do here is then go for a sell. The price has just changed because the market is changing all the time. So whoever says this, new quotes, that's absolutely fine because the market is always going up and down, so the buy and sell price are always different. So I'll try that again. Okay, it's now sold. So now what you can see here is that if we zoom in, here's where we've bought right into here. Here where the current line is, if I actually zoom in even further, you can see a tiny dotted green line. That's where we've bought. The one above it is the sell. You can always tell it's the sell because why? It's minus 46.41. So we're obviously losing money there. That's not what we want to do. So we've obviously lost out on money. That's where our stop loss is. So if we hit our stop loss, we will lose $46. Whereas when we come down here, we are going to make 186.66, right? So basically that's our 4% that we were looking at before. I've probably put the coordinates for the take profit in a little bit different because if we're losing out on, in fact it might be right, if I just come up here, minus 46, and then we're getting out 186. So 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, that's 5%. So we're looking at more 160. So we're sitting at roughly around the 4% there because we're risking 40, basically $50, and then we're also going to be making 180. So we're somewhere around there. So that's how it's done. However, that was a pretty brief version of how to go over it. So I'm going to show you how I would actually do it if I was doing it from the very start. So we'll go over a live session of this just to make it a little bit more easier to understand. so that you later on, when you are placing your trades, can do it to the best of your ability. So let me just go over here and just close this order, close the position. So we go back over to Euro USD. Let's say, right, I'm going to hop in exactly where it is now. I've come down here, I've seen the hanging man, I've looked at some imbalance, all the things we've talked about, and I'm going to put my stop loss here for whatever reason. And I'm putting my take profit here, making 2.38%. That's what I feel is going to be good. Remember, the red is always going to be showing where our stop loss is. The green down the bottom is always showing where our take profit is. And it's the same if we went for a long position. Let's just do a smaller one. Now the red's just here. Now the green's just there. And you can see, hey, there's the green. Hey, there's the red. Right? It's just always flipped around. So we hop in. I've done all my analysis. I've looked at it. None of the other pairs are working. I'm saying this is it. This is the one I want to hop into. So if I just reset this, remember, we're staying on Euro USD, our account currency size is in USD, and our account size this time, let's say it's $10,000. Our risk to reward ratio, always 1. Some people do 1.5, some people do 2%, but I'm always saying 1%, guys. 1%, because that is how you are going to stay profitable for longer within the Forex world, right? And stop loss, really easy. We just hover over here and look, we can see 37.1. So what do? We go over here, 37.1. Simple, really effective. And our trading size in lots is always going to be 1. Why? Because that is the standard lot size. Don't mess with it. You always keep it there. So let's calculate it, right? Sizing 0.27 lots. Easy peasy, right? It's really easy to do this, so let's get on with it and actually show you how to do this. So we come over here, we're on our Euro USD, we're looking at this, it's exactly the same, awesome. Let's go and place a new order, because remember, we could do this, we could come in here, we could say, oh well, it's 0.27, do something like this, 0.27, but remember, even if I press the sell, and I'm now in it, you can see my sell, see my price, see my volume, you only have the green dotted line. You do not have your stop loss and your take profit. So if it does go all the way down here and rejects, you're not going to be taken out of the market. You now have to watch this the entire time. It doesn't make any sense. And if you, say an emergency happened, you had to go to the vet, you had to go see your mum, something in the family happened, you just had to run out of the supermarket, and then all of a sudden it shoots up again, like this candlestick, and you come back, you're going to be 2-3% down at this point, and then you have to close the position. So always trade with stop losses, no exceptions. Always trade with a take profit. Always have them there. So take profit, stop losses, have them in. So I'm just going to close this again. So here's what we do. New order. We are saying that it is 0.27. It's already been put in there because I put it at the top here. Now it's just a little bit different. Instead of putting in the pips, we put in the coordinates, 1.02361, right? 1.02361, easy, and take profit, 1.01108, 1.01108, easy. No comments, no deviations, we sell. Now there's my take profit. And I'm sure if I zoom out, there, up the top, is our stop loss. So we are going to be losing $105. Why is that different? Because now our account size is 10,000. So what's 1% of 10,000? It's 100. It's $100. So we're risking 1%, but we're also going to be gaining 233%. That's what we were saying before, right? If we go back to over here, 2.38. How much money are we making? $233.28, which is basically 2.38% right there. So you can see, and you can always look and make sure that you have gotten in at the right time. You've gotten in, it makes sense. If you want to move it a tiny bit down just to make sure that it is there, you can always drag it. Just put it in, and now we can see it's 243. Now we've definitely made that 2.38%. We see the green line that we entered on, we see our stop loss, we see our take profit, and that is it. It's perfect. Now you can also see that I am in a minus 0.8, well, $8.10 right now. But let's say that's it. I wanted to get out of it. I'm just going to right click on this and I just close the position. Done. We can always go to history. You can see the latest one here at 7.16 minus $7.83. That's what I lost out on there, right? And that is how you place a trade, guys. So hopefully that all makes sense. Makes a lot of sense to you. You've learned a lot. Remember, if you have any questions, leave a comment, send an email, however it is best for you to talk to us, and we will help you out. But until the next one, guys, stay safe and have a great day. Bye.